What ICM does is we pioneer technology translation to create transformative carbon management solutions. So we think startup companies are a really important endpoint of the work that we do because we want there to be an impact of society. And we think that this idea of being able to take technology from the bench scale to commercial systems is really the most direct way to do it. We have a track record of doing this, doing things that are scalable, that are cost effective and cost accessible, and that are impactful. So really, the focus of ICM is based on creating real technology and demonstrating its scalability and how it makes a difference to both carbon management in general, but also creating material sources and material supplies that are critical to the clean energy transition.
I'm going to present an example at ICM of HIBAR research, our Sea Change project. Sea Cycle seeks to go beyond the geological sequestration. We offer a clean, low-cost solution that has minimal inputs, seawater and energy. It produces a durable stored CO2 product as mineral carbonates, which, a lot of people are very familiar with these in seashells. And it's a cost-effective solution. So the solids can be used as building materials or disposed of safely in the ocean with a valuable co-product of hydrogen that can be used as a clean fuel. When we look at projects that have the chance to be impactful within a 10-year period. How ICM does sort of embrace the HIBAR principles, even though it may be not necessarily intentional, but to be able to do that highly basic initial research in a university and have these projects led from the university to have the industrial impact, I think that's really what ICM is all about. So it was really interesting for me to learn about HIBAR and say, no, this is what we're doing and more people should do it.
And there's a really strong focus on drawing on existing state-of-the-art knowledge systems and processes. And this is one of the reasons why we've got incredible talent like Tom that will speak to you in a short while, where we want to try and bring back people from industry into academia rather than the other direction, which is what happens most often, because there's an incredible amount of expertise in the industrial sector that we can use to really catalyze the development and translation of new technology. So I've been really fortunate to be surrounded by a group of people that's really focused on impact and on outcomes. And that being the case, I think many of us go through our careers examining and evaluating the choices before us. And many of us have evaluated whether academia is the right fit or not. I think eventually we've all come to understand that academia offers this wonderful flexibility of intellect, this wonderful flexibility of the kinds of work that you can do, and offers I would say a custom-made pathway to deliver impact if that's what you really want.
One thing, having been in industry for so long, that you see is the decisions are very much financially motivated in industry, and almost to, I shouldn't say almost to a fault, but often to a fault. You can, if there's a hurdle that involves spending money outside of a budget, oftentimes projects are killed. And the benefit of the university is you have this non-traditional funding structure that doesn't exist in industry. Here we can go after those funding sources and use them to de-risk our processes, so that when there's a certain point where you find people like myself say, this technology is interesting, you've got it far enough where I think I can build a plant and a process. I think when you think about the projects we work on, they're projects that people care about, they're impactful, and really they align with a lot of the goals of major institutions to decarbonize. So we're relatively, I guess, lucky that we're working on a project that is universally cared about in the university setting. And I think that sort of does help bridge a lot of the gaps.
It's all based on teams of people that are agile and are able to pivot quickly. It's all about sort of deploying talent where talent is best deployed, right? And so what PhD students should be working on is effectively early low TRL stuff where you need work to be done that is sort of sustained and has a long-term agenda and thinking around it. And then you have engineering teams, which work on things where you actually pivot quickly. And so that's how you find the balance between incorporating all of the stakeholders of university into what you do.